1957, a year of space scandals and rock and roll. 1. The launch of Sputnik 1 sparks the space race October 4, 1957. The Soviet Union launches Sputnik 1, the world's first artificial satellite. Unique fact: the tiny satellite weighed only 184 pounds, but sent shockwaves across the world, leading to the formation of NASA in 1958. 2. Elvis Presley buys Graceland, March 19, 1957. Elvis Presley purchases Graceland, his famous mansion in Memphis, Tennessee. Unique fact: Elvis paid $102,500 for the mansion, and it later became the second most visited home in the U.S. after the White House. 3. The Civil Rights Act of 1957 is passed, September 9, 1957. The U.S. Congress passes the first Civil Rights Act since Reconstruction, aimed at protecting black voters' rights. Interesting fact: the bill was watered down to pass, but it paved the way for the more powerful Civil Rights Act of 1964. The Ford Edsel debuts and fails spectacularly, September 4, 1957. Ford launches the Edsel, one of the biggest automotive failures in history. Fun fact: the car was so unpopular that Ford lost $250 million, and the name Edsel became synonymous with failure. 5. The Little Rock Nine integrate Central High School, September 25, 1957. 9 black students, known as the Little Rock Nine, integrate Central High School in Arkansas, facing extreme racism. Unique fact: President Eisenhower sent federal troops to escort the students safely into the school. 6. The first Frisbee is sold, January 23, 1957. Wham-O releases the first ever Frisbee, which quickly becomes a national craze. Cool fact: it was originally called the Pluto Platter, inspired by the UFO obsession of the 1950s. 7. American Bandstand goes national, August 5, 1957. What happened? Dick Clark hosts American Bandstand, making it a national TV phenomenon. Unique fact: the show's first guest was Jerry Lee Lewis, performing Whole Lotta Shakin' Goin' On. 8. The first ever artificial heart pump is implanted. Dr. Michael DeBakey successfully implants the first artificial heart pump in a patient. Unique fact: this breakthrough paved the way for modern heart transplants and artificial hearts. 9. The Whopper is introduced at Burger King. What happened? Burger King introduces the Whopper, its signature burger. Unique fact: it originally cost only 37 cents and was created to compete with McDonald's growing burger empire. 10. Dr. Seuss publishes The Cat in the Hat, March 12, 1957. Dr. Seuss revolutionizes children's books with The Cat in the Hat. Unique fact: it was written using only 236 simple words, designed to help young children learn to read. 11. The first satellite launch attempt fails, December 6, 1957. The U.S. attempts to launch Vanguard TV-3, but it explodes seconds after liftoff. Unique fact: this failure led to increased funding for NASA and the eventual success of Explorer 1 in 1958. 12th. Jailhouse Rock premieres in theaters, October 17, 1957. Elvis Presley stars in Jailhouse Rock, which becomes one of the most iconic rock and roll movies. Unique fact: the title track Jailhouse Rock became one of Elvis's biggest hits. 13. The first Toyota cars arrive in the U.S., October 31, 1957. Toyota sells its first cars in the United States. Unique fact: the first model, the Toyota Crown, was too underpowered for American highways and flopped at first. 14. The Beat generation gains popularity. The beatnik movement emerges, led by authors like Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg. Unique fact: the beatniks were the predecessors of the hippie movement, rejecting materialism and embracing jazz culture. 15. The first ever electric watch debuts. The Hamilton Watch Company introduced the world's first battery-powered electric watch, the Hamilton Ventura. Unique fact: The Ventura became an instant-style icon and was famously worn by Elvis Presley in Blue Hawaii. That was 1957, a year of breakthroughs, surprises, and unforgettable moments. Which of these 15 events stood out the most to you? Did you already know some of these unique facts, or did any completely surprise you? If you could go back to 1957 for a day, what's the first thing you'd do? Drop your thoughts in the comments, whether it's about space, music, cars, fast food, or something totally unexpected. Let's keep the conversation going.